Hey, this is Joe from HomeStudioCorner.com. I want to show you a simple but powerful way to automate your lead vocal to help it pop out more in the choruses without having to do volume automation. Sometimes the vocal isn't loud enough in the chorus, and sometimes the answer is to simply turn it up, right? That is a valid answer. But sometimes it's just that you need it to have a little more clarity and you need a little more high end at the chorus. And instead of playing that dance of trying to find the balance, so for me, this song in front of us is one where I was really happy with the vocal sound of the choruses, and then on the verses, I didn't like it as much. And then I'd fix it for the verses, and then the vocal felt too dark in the choruses. So what I was doing is I've got this SSL channel strip from Waves on my vocal bus here. And as you can see, I have this high shelf right here. Okay, that's set to a little under 8K, and it's cutting about 3 dB. I felt like the vocal was a little too clean, a little too pure on the verses, and I didn't want it to be that clean. So here's the vocal sound at the verse.
But is that really life?
But then I got to the chorus, and the song kind of opens up in general, and I wanted the chorus part to have a little more top end. So instead of duplicating the track or trying to find a halfway point EQ that worked for both, I decided to automate the actual EQ itself. So if we go back over here and look at this plugin again, watch what happens to the vocal as it goes from the verse to the chorus. You'll see this gain automate up to about +3, and the vocal will have this extra brightness that will help it cut through the mix, and I'll play it for you in the mix in just a second. Let's go ahead and listen to it by itself.
But is that really life? If it's spent inside a shell, 'cause I've had it all my life.
Okay, so I changed it. Originally, I had it going up to 3 dB, to +3 dB, but that was too much. That was a 6 dB jump in high frequencies. So going from a cut to basically flat EQ was essentially the same thing as boosting the highs. So it goes from being a little bit darker to having a little bit more brightness to it.
'Cause
So when I sing that I, it's got a little more of that airy breathiness to the top end. Now, hearing it by itself, you can hear what's happening, but here's what it sounds like in the mix, so you can get an idea of how it does kind of open up at the chorus.
But is that really life? If it's spent inside a shell, 'cause I've had it all my life. I like to hide inside.
So it's a little more subtle, but it's a very simple thing you can do with any EQ plugin. You can automate the gain or the frequency on any band to go up and down during the song. Now, I wouldn't recommend going nuts with that. I do this only on occasion, and this is one example where it made sense, and I just have it automating up and down just during the choruses, and that's it. I'm not automating every word and things like that, which would get fairly ridiculous. So there you go. If you need a vocal to be a little brighter, have a little more presence in the chorus, or you can do this with drums as well to give them a little bit of a lift during a chorus. Automate that EQ up a little bit, you're off to the races. Thanks again for watching. I'm Joe from HomeStudioCorner.com. See you next week.